Hey, good morning. How's everybody? It's Robert. Should hear me. Been projecting my list anyway for about 5 minutes there. Morning, Ralph. Hey, Parman. John, good morning. Rabas. Hey, Tom. Uh, Taking a look at things. Great charts in hourly and orange charts at daily. We were down this morning when I first looked. About I guess 306.50 was the low. Um, we since have rocketed right up into yesterday's high and now pushing back down a little bit off that. But I'd say stay bullish. I mean, this was a confirmed buy setup yesterday. Pretty much bullish all day. Ended the day pretty bullish as well. And I think what Evan says kind of goes that not only is it historically into the July 4th holiday, but also first of the month. A lot of money gets moved in. Is Friday a holiday? It just occurred to me. The 4th is on Friday. Market close Friday. Okay. Hey, good. Thanks, Travis. PFE news. PFE. All right, something to add to the list there. All right, so it's Wednesday. Um, and according to me, it's still pretty, very, very slow here. Um, we'll get a new earnings season week after next. Actually, it should start next week sometime near the end, but really the week after is when they start coming in. Favor results, okay. All right, so I like long. Um, Want to get a feel for the intraday first. I mean, it'd be the third day up now if we are. So I don't want to jump right into it, but long is the direction to me. And the Q's similar. Q's just made a very nice buy setup, had a good trigger and follow through day yesterday. So it should be good for one more day, maybe even two. No sound? You just have to enable your headphone, Jay Wells. Yeah, it's, Sean's clicked it. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, just have to make sure your headphones icon is okay for sound. All right, so bullish all the way around. Unless we downtrend inside the day, and then I'd still be careful with shorts. Okay, let's look at gaps. There half a dozen earnings today, and BYND is not earnings, but it's news. Certainly bullish. I'd expect this to pull back some, but this is a buy, the BYND. And then FDX is the big earnings call today, and really gapping big. $8 over the prior high. However, we still have 165 as the weekly high, scrunched in, yeah, back in February. So FDX obviously on the list. I prefer pullbacks on this one just because the gap is so big. You could almost fade it for a little bit, but I don't know. It's awfully bullish and has been uptrending in the pre-market as well. I put HMY on the list just to have a gold. Golds have really been going. Another hourly breakout here. Oh, 1 second, I gotta turn my phone ringer down. All right, so I put HMY on the list. Pfizer on good trial news. That's pretty bullish too. QLNG from Tom M to 590. Right into these prior highs, but very, very bullish to get there. Could get dragged up to that 200 MA. I'll put that on the list. And sale point has a prior high of 28. It's right there, but with a big spread. Like 70 cents on the spread. And the weekly also has supply up in this 28, 29 area. So that makes this one more difficult. STZ is earnings. And gapping to 182 over the 200 MA. A dollar spread at the moment, but that should tighten up there. And as long as it hangs bullish and above that 200 MA, I like this higher too. I don't know what's up with TTOO, but it's doubling on the overnight. Probably wild, but trading in a penny spread with 20 million shares, so looks like they discovered something too. I'm gonna put that on the list. Twitter, nothing, no big deal, but fell hard and could see a retracement back to 32 today. So if this gets in an uptrend and markets along, I kind of like Twitter today, just on the rebound. It fell so far, and now the hourly downtrend is broken on the gap, and a couple of dollars to run. I don't think Facebook looks as good. Yeah, well, Facebook already made most of the run, so just not as much room there unless we're going back to new highs. Doubt that happens today, but and then UPS sympathy to FedEx, and also quite bullish. Little supply up here, a couple months of it actually, but it may not care because FTX gap's so big. Put that on the list. YRCW, um, maybe also benefiting. Having to 350. And other than this one day in December at 359, nothing there till 450. That's a lot to expect out of a $2 stock, but it's way bullish. I'll put that on the list too. So FDX is by far and away the highest profile gap. It's just a little big to go right after, but good. I'm gonna wait, but and then on the downs, DEN not gapping under the low at the moment, but some problems here. Room to 780. So if we downtrend in this and the market isn't strong, I expect the market to be strong, but just in case it's not, I like DENN lower. GIS is earnings, but it never goes anywhere. I'm going to skip that. And I still like GNW. I took the stop on it yesterday. It was really my only, other than the little MU break even. GNW is really my only play. And it's setting up on the hourly here. In fact, it's triggering right now on an hourly sell. Problem is, like I say, market's bullish, and I don't want to go after a short right at the moment. But I do like still GNW lower. That was a big hit yesterday. I don't think it recovers easily from that. IHRT. This is one of these little ones that has a little room. Oh, it's a big spread though. Yeah, this is too big a spread for a $7 stock. It's like 20% of the stock price in the spread. And INO getting hit today. Couldn't bounce back yesterday as hard as it tried, and there is room down to 17 at the 20 MA. Looks like Pfizer's in, INO out today. And Macy is earnings. It's not doing anything, but it sure can. I like it higher better than lower though. It's already double bottomed in the pre-market. I'm gonna watch Macy because it's earnings, and then SCS is also earnings. Now this doesn't necessarily do anything though. It's gapping under Monday's green bar, but not quite through the prior low. Now if it gets through the prior low and stays weak, it has the possibility to drop to $9. So I'll put on the list. But that's the least favorite of all of these. It's also thin and jumpy. And then WKHS gapping down, but not as much as it was. It was as low as 1554 this morning. And this had a mildly climactic run, so wouldn't be surprised to see this pull back on the daily. I'll put it on the list, but again, it's not a, well, there's no priority here. FTX would be if it can set up just right. All right, LK's got a new symbol. Okay, LKNCY. 5 letters, huh? Hard to remember 5 letters. Doesn't even have a bid ask. NLS possible continuation. Yeah, that basically faded yesterday, but it is in an hourly buy area. Yeah, trying to trigger. Delisting TVIX and others. All right. Um, well, the top watches to me are BYND and FDX. And STZ picking up more strength. Twitter with a lot of conditions and UPS. That's what I like. I also like DENN and GNW short with some other conditions. But nothing jumping out as gotta do, gotta do. All right, anything else? If you got something, please post it. Anyone's welcome to call plays. If you do, just make it known it's a call and please pin it in the pin area. Otherwise, posting ideas is fine. Also, just make it clear if it's the call and make sure you manage it. Right, just about ready to go. FedEx just in a steady climb. Oh, good, Tom. Did they fix it? It's so funny. My other Tom friend who hasn't been here lately, but does check in the afternoon sometimes. But he always had internet problems too. Apple Facebook. Yeah, probably a good idea. Apple room to 372, and then really nothing stopping it there either. I put Twitter on the list. Facebook is, well, what I like about Twitter is it's weaker, but it has more room to rally. Not that it will, but you can pick up a 20, 30 cent entry. Might get $2 out of Twitter is what I'm thinking. If it ends the day up there at 32 something. Sean's got an Apple call there. Over 66 and a quarter. It's about $1 from here. Pre-market high. Yeah, pre-market high. All right, we're open. I'm making my hourly chart a 1 minute. I also watch a 100 tick. UIND, first move looks like down. And FDX could zoom. John's got it. Just triggered. I gotta wait, but it could sure go. QLGN also moving up quick. STZ bullish. TTOO bullish. And I like Twitter. UPS getting a quick fade, so see if that. Yeah, okay. Now I can do FedEx on a new breakout. I'd rather not though. M getting a little lift. INO fighting back up. GNW triggered that hourly, so YRCW could do high a day, but it's already doubled. And STZ's got a continuation entry. These gaps are just too big to jump on for me. PFE's got the buy set up right here. Decent. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes though. I've been struggling with my first plays, so for a couple of weeks now. So I'm waiting. Here's FedEx. 68, 58. Uh, yeah, it sure can. CAG. Oh wait, I didn't look at CAG. I'm focused on FDX here for a minute. I really like this. I'm gonna let it go though. FDX long looks pretty good. I like Den lower too. Yeah, CAG can definitely follow through. And there goes STZ as well. Yeah, Twitter. Twitter the best one so far. Losing my data. QLGN also higher. That's really quite nice. Could do high a day, low a day. FDX getting the climb. And UPS getting a better climb. PFE breaking low a day, which is first sign of weakness here. TA? Oh, I saw it in a pre-market, yeah. Yeah, it looks decent. Got room. All right, I'm gonna play this higher, STZ right here. Oh, it's big spread. No, I'm not. It's 50-cent spread. I like STZ higher right now with the tighter stop at 183, but it's just too spready for me to take that stop. See how it popped up, pulled back, held the VWAP, and then popped the high a day and has a clear target to 189. BA. Yeah, it's probably another one that'll go today. Yeah, BA is nice too. All right. Well, if you go with my instincts and you do Twitter, you're thinking, good job. INO still showing weakness. Then not. And GNW still showing weakness. Market pulling back a little bit. Okay, UPS, if it holds the VWAP, could be a long. Similar with Twitter. I like Twitter on a pullback to VWAP. And FDX doesn't look like it's going to let up. Although it's got $2 now to that next target area. So scalpable for 2 to 1 here, high a day by 162. TA still looking lower. Ooh, BYND. Held the pre-market low. Okay, I'd like a long here. Could do this one. It's still in the area. Low a day stop. 143.70. That's $3. Yeah, it's $1 late. All right, I'm not gonna do that. Nice breakdown on TA. Where's my long? Twitter 31 by 30.70. Or BYND, which is now $2 late. Yeah, I just didn't see the BYND in time. Okay, I'm looking at Twitter as a long. Yeah, BYND was good. FDX slowing down a little. Okay, I'm gonna do Twitter long. 91 with more over 00 by 70. Over 91. And then the real play's over 31. So I got my 91, but really over 31 is the nice play. And, the guts play would be down at 30.70 if it comes down there again. All right. Great BYND if you were quick enough. Almost had that. And STZ going now. The problem with Twitter over those two is it needs the market. STZ is earnings. It may run without it. It looks like Twitter triggered by a penny. and market not able to get that quick new high. So yeah, right there. Macy is bullish. mRNA. Oh yeah. Well, this one been talking about how tricky that could be. Is Facebook working? Yeah. It always works when Farman does it. Looks like you got the new high too. Yeah, nice. 'TA really working nice from good heads up from Ravas. I wasn't ready to do a short, but hope it was gettable. It looked like it triggered quick, but very nice. Good job. Yeah, nice call. Thanks for putting that out there. If you took the early entry on Twitter, you might want to take a little out at high a day. I'm thinking it's going to $32, honestly. As long as the market holds up, which it should. But here's high a day. You might want to lock just a little bit. But for the most part, I'm going to try and hold this close to 32 or lunch. 233 on Facebook. Yeah, looks good. hourly supply. Okay, so far, BA not participating. Got a sell set up on WKHS, although it's right in the hourly buy area. That's the problem with that. Small time frame downtrend, though, pretty good. INO, a breakdown coming. This has got some room to fall. Just triggered under 30. And GNW not going to do it. And Den is holding up too. So INO the best short I see at the moment. Twitter going to pull back. FDX just basing at the high. Going to the 2-minute chart. ZM. Yeah, ZM, nice sell setup. And Lulu. Lulu just such a strong daily, weekly. Hard to think about shorting that one. All right, market trying to break the low a day. At least the Qs are. Yeah, SPY 2 not far away. And Q's just tapped it. Huh, INO coming right back. Well, Den's got this higher low in here, which makes me less interested. But other than that, it's nice weakness on a gap below the daily. But market's not broken down, just threatening. Okay, NCY is, yeah, it's the new LK. Yeah, it does look hard. Lot of daily supply though. And I can't pull a level 2 on that, so It's trading, but I don't have level 2 data on that. All right, see if market holds here. Q's right on low a day. I mean, yeah, SPY right on low a day. Q's too went through a few cents, but Twitter in danger of stopping. I hate to not give it the 20 MA, but it wasn't a factor when the play hit. I mean, the play had worked. It got the high a day, but I'm looking for the big daily target. Yeah, INO gonna work. And it's too tricky. This is where Twitter should hold if it's going to. And could look at a 5-minute breakout later on FTX, particularly if it shakes out first. This is just sitting here at the highs. Although it is just under that 164. Well, I'd love to see FTX shake down to low a day and then immediately tail. That would be a good looking long. And, or you just take the breakout. A couple of ways to do that. All right, Apple made the turn. Market making the turn. Held the area. Longs are still good. PFE, yeah, they fly. Yeah, held the low. Setting up a 15. Yeah, he's an original investor. Uh, I'd like to give Twitter one push below 73 if that happens. I'm stopped in the high 60s. So if this drops, I'm gonna give it one bar down. I'm not changing the post, so I'll call it as a stop if it goes under 70, but I'm gonna give it just a little bit of extra room. Everything else is bullish. I don't want to get popped out of my long at the 20. I'll give it up to another dime. All right, I just set a stop at 60 and I'm not going to worry about it. And PFE looking good. Fly mentioned it a little bit ago. It's now back up at the VWAP, about ready to trigger, well, not quite ready, but to trigger a 15-minute. Five's already triggered. I like it better over 23 on the next entry, but could do it right here. Not bad. So markets test low a day and hold. We're good to go long unless we break down now. Okay, Twitter held to the penny. Yeah, Facebook really good. Still got some room higher too. Oh, FedEx or UPS. FedEx still basing now 2-minute 20 MA. I'd wait for the 5 though to think about a flat out base breakout. But this looks like it just wants to go. And UPS could set up a 515, but it's not as good. Yeah, right. It's gonna need a new high, John. That's the issue with FedEx to me. You had the right idea playing it first. Well, it's got $1.50 to that prior high. Okay, John's got the call. Well, I'd love it to shake out first. This is the old, as soon as it looks like it's not going higher and going lower, that's the long. Yeah, I know mRNA is. You just need the long-term approach on that one. Can't scalp that thing. CAG. Yeah, I like the hourly daily on CAG. I do. Alta too. All right, Twitter doesn't need the extra dime anymore. Yeah, Alta's pretty good. It's already three 15-minute bars up. But the 2-5 look good. Okay, market back to high a day. So we should find out now if it's going to be a range morning or if we can break out higher. Yeah, we're right there. I say higher, but we've tried to 3, 4 times now. Okay, so Twitter's stop is back, not giving it room anymore. But still would like to see that thing jump up to 32. TA doing the sell setup at the VWAP here, right as the market tries to go through high a day. Tom doing CAG. If you pin it, post the stop, Tom. You know, if you pin them, just post an entry and an exit number. Well, the problem is VWAPs are different on different time frames. They're not always the same. Like my pre-market VWAP is 35.88 and my 2-minute VWAP is 35.84, so I guess close enough. But 15-minute VWAP 35.92. And you know, different systems will vary slightly. I'm not trying to make it hard, just if and I appreciate the post. But generally the approach is, you know, post an entry and a stop. INO looks really good, lower, but I just don't have any kind of bearish market bias here. If I did, INO is a nice looking short here. Nice downtrend intraday. 35.75. Okay. Most of us understand and know exactly what to do and may or may not do it the way the caller does it. But we do get others in that get confused easy, and that's why it's good to just post the thing. Just about all of us here are, at least semi-professional traders. There you go. Now it's fallen away. Sorry. Did it trigger? Yeah, it looks like it triggered in and then fell away. I was talking to my kid the other day about what he's going to do with his life, and was talking about things, and somehow it came up, there was a time 20, 30 years ago where you couldn't watch a TV show at night without seeing 15 truck driving school commercials. I said, I don't think it's the thing to get into now, though. Yeah, it's a great job right now. Right, it's gonna be like the future of payphones from the. You just knew when you started to see those payphone ads that that was over. Buy the best locations for payphones. Remember that, like late 80s? It's an antique. I kind of want one. I'd love to have an old payphone, like in the foyer or something. I never found one in good shape that was cool enough, but yeah, I want the booth and everything. No, I just think they're cool. Safe included inside, yeah. Inside the 1957 phone book that's hanging on the wire. Oh, did your dad work for the phone company? Did he like that Lily Tomlin routine? We don't care. We're the phone company. Well, yeah, for Edith Ann, you'd need the big rocking chair. And that's the truth. Okay, could be that FedEx shakeout here, but SPY not doing it. Unable to get that new high. And same on the Qs. So we getting sideways here. So a choice short, probably okay. What was it? INO was what I liked. It's already moved though. All right, well, I'm going to hang on to Twitter and I'm going to walk away for a few minutes. If Twitter pivots on the VWAP, that's the new trail stop. It isn't though unless it does. I'm giving it the 3070. But if we get the pivot in the new high anyway, the VWAP becomes the stop. Right, it's the perfect long. All right, I'll be back in a few. Thanks all. That's right. Um, well, market is still holding up. I got out of the Twitter. I posted an exit there at the VWAP. Just didn't want this thing crashing down after not getting the new high. You can see on the 5 minute chart there, we tried to and tailed right into it. So I just got the stop up to basically 30.90. So pretty much a break even there if you tried it. And Q's still strong. SPY not as strong, but holding up for now. But a lot of other stuff is breaking down. FDX, not the shakeout. This is a move down and now a continuation. So, FDX may actually fall a while. I was thinking if we get a quick push down and then an immediate bottoming tail, FDX might be a good looking long, but not so good looking anymore. PFE still looks good higher. In fact, could buy it here. Over 32. Could even do 32 by '07. Not too bad on Pfizer. And STZ, maybe pick up a 15-minute buy in a little bit. Although did that make it to the target? I think it did. 937. Yeah, it made it. No, it actually went through the target. So, 15-minute buy on STZ if we get it. Could be a consideration. I think I'm done with Twitter, at least for now. The play off the open would have worked much better. Um, UPS just not in the right position. Got a 15-minute buy, but it's well below VWAP. If it falls more, could maybe play it back to VWAP. And I know, just that's the problem with the strong ones. It looked like a great breakdown and then came right back. It's tricky today. I think it's been tricky a lot lately, but today the some play Zoom was weak, but not anymore. Yeah, mRNA probably a long one support. I'm keeping the long bias, but watching carefully here. Oh, Den made a nice 15-minute sell. Still in the area, just 3 cents late. I do like this. It did break over the high of day, but not by much. Huh. 3 million shares today. Stop would have to be 41. I'm gonna watch this DENN for a little bit. Well, I don't really have to watch it. It's a pretty good short. Problem is low a day offers no target, but 786 sure does. I'm taking just a little bit of DENN. I may dump out of it quickly if it pops, but if it holds in this area, I think given it high a day, it should end the day lower. I think the high a day is in here. You can see the daily, gapped underneath the prior low and then ran up to it and held. So I think that's a pretty safe bet. I just don't know what kind of risk reward it has because getting down to 786 is, while possible, it's unlikely. And kind of the same play the other way as Pfizer long. Pretty safe bet that the low a day is in, although this one is 4 15-minute bars up with not a well-defined 15-minute. That's the issue. The 15-minute on Denny is pretty clean. And I will add a little bit to this under 12 if it can hold under the VWAP. The flat out 15-minute sell was 18 by 40. Yeah, I'm still hanging bullish overall. Yeah, I'd agree. We're just what's the long here? I guess Pfizer, but it's late now. Fly had the better entry, although it's not too much past. STZ a shallow pullback. I'm not seeing a great long. Maybe Apple, but again, three hourly bars up on Apple. And FTX is coming in. Yeah, Pfizer the best thing I see. I guess sale isn't too bad on the 15. The 5 is not great though. Double TOO, same thing. 15 decent. Alta, Alta on the 15 here. Very low volume today. Yeah, there's one. It's got an entry. So Alta or sale. Maybe UPS. Or PFE, but it's really late. DNB, a new one. I thought DNB was a public company. Huh. All right, well, Pfizer in play or has been in play if you took it. And I like Alta the best. That's a pretty hard pullback right to support. Daily's pretty ugly though. Well, I'm waiting to see if I get a 15. I'd like to see what this 15-minute bar ends up being, and then if that's the entry bar, I will call it 203 by 203.50. I mean 203.80 something by 203. But I'd like to have a real 15-minute entry bar here, or at least a 5-minute break of trend, which I don't have. And it's going to take 8 minutes to get a new bar. See, if I take it to a 10-minute chart, it doesn't look as good. So I'm waiting. But that Alta's my top watch. mRNA on the way. Yep, it is. Oh, it's happening? You've been waiting for that one. Yeah, it does look prime for higher. Weekly, daily, monthly not great, but weekly downtrend broken. All right, Q's trying to pop a new high, but SPY not. And my ticker is just solid red except for CENT and CHGG and SunW. Little 5 minute sell on the Denny. And just a little more Denny's. And seeing the bar extending now on Alta. Wouldn't have triggered anyway, but not looking as good as it did before with a soft landing on the 15-minute 20 MA. Now it's going to be at least a $2 stop. Yeah, Facebook, great call there. Never even a real pullback. And Apple catching a bottoming tail here. Yeah, I just don't think we're going to fall today much. Right, right, yeah. It's first day of the month and it's July and All right, Alta now putting in a bottoming tail, so picture changing a little bit. Have a new bar now, but again, it now be 203.86 by 202, which is to me much less interesting than the dollar stop. I guess I could go back in Twitter, but it's not what I like to do here. I'm gonna add a little more to Den under 12, but you know this is playing against market trends, so but at least I'm getting setups here. Hmm. IHRT's been falling all day. Still seeing a lot of red. All right, I'm just sitting here seeing if I can find a long to get in. I mean, Alta could still set up. It's not past the support area, flirting with it, but yeah, there's still plenty of room. I just want to see a 5 minute break of trend or a clean 15-minute buy. The only downside to Alta is the daily. It's topping tail now. Now the bar's not closed yet, but not the greatest daily there. The way it looks now. And FTX holding low a day so far. Facebook's the one, if you did it. Farman had it all along. All right, I'm here. I'm gonna put the mic off though, and at some point I'm gonna walk off to lunch. So hopefully doing good today. There's just been a few things. It hadn't been much, but then again, we're not gonna get much until later next week. All right, thanks everybody. I'll check back.